Hi everyone, I'm Taylor. Welcome back to my channel where I share my life and experiences as American expat in Malaysia. Today I want to talk about the holiday season in Malaysia. While there's a million holidays here, I'm talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. You want to see what it's like? You'll be surprised. Stay tuned. Well, today, as you can see, I'm putting the final ornaments on my tree. I hope you like it. I did a silver theme this year. Now, some of you might be surprised that you can find all of this in Malaysia, but you certainly can, although I had a few challenges with some of it, which I'll tell you about later. Now, as many of you know, I'm a child of Florida. I grew up in Florida, so I'm used to having the air conditioning on for Christmas, even though I have this roaring fire. First, I want to talk about Thanksgiving. Now, that's a holiday here that really isn't celebrated by anyone except Americans. And there is a fairly good-sized American expat community here, so a few of the hotels do provide a nice Thanksgiving lunch. One of my new friends, who I met through my channel, invited me for Thanksgiving lunch with a few other friends. It was at the Aloft Hotel in their restaurant, Nook. Now, they have a lavish Thanksgiving spread, but it's not cheap. For each person, it's about 150 ringgit, which is $30-something in US. Well, that would be a bargain in the US, but here it's not at all, but it is a bargain for all the food that you get. I arrived early, so I didn't want to go to the restaurant until my friends were there. So I had a drink in the bar. They even had Christmas decorations there, as you can see. This beautiful tree was in the lobby of the hotel. As you can see, the hotel is very modern. So I have a few shots of the food here in the buffet. Now, I have to admit that by the time I took these pictures, I had already eaten and everyone else mostly had too. So it looks a little bit picked over. But believe me, it was a fabulous spread. I was also really sad to hear because I posted just a little clip of the buffet on my last video, and one of my viewers said they were there. But they didn't see me. Of course, I wouldn't have recognized them, but they sure would have recognized me, and I would have loved it if they'd came up and said hi. They had everything. They had turkey, they had beef, they had lamb, and they had all the accoutrements. They had bread and cheese and salads and Indian dishes. It was a lot. Sadly, they did not have mashed potatoes, but they did have stuffing. Now, I like stuffing, but I like a little mashed potatoes to go with it. But surprisingly, they did have cranberry sauce. So that was nice. So anyway, I had a fabulous time, and I was stuffed to the gills when I finished there. And I want to thank my friend Peter so much. The next day, I started on the Christmas tree. Now, when I first moved here, I bought this artificial tree, and I think it looks pretty good. It wasn't too expensive. But when I went to put the lights on it this year, some of them didn't work. Well, this is a funny story because in the US, you would just go to any drugstore or grocery store or anything for that matter to buy lights. Christmas lights would be everywhere. But of course, this is Malaysia, so they're a little bit harder to find. I ended up having to go to Chinatown of all places. And I hadn't been there before, so it was a treat for that. It looks really nice, and I want to go there again sometime in the evening. I think the evening is mostly the time to be there. So they had a few Christmas shops, and I looked around until I found the lights that I wanted. Now, they weren't dirt cheap, but they're really nice, and I like the little twinkly effect. So here I'm going to put a little video of me putting the tree up and what it looks like when it's finished.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm. All is bright round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep
way before Thanksgiving, I was at Avenue K, which is a mall across from KLCC, and they already had their Christmas decorations up, and you can see them here. It was a beautiful rose theme, red rose. I thought it's gorgeous. That day, when I went across the street to KLCC, their mall wasn't decorated for Christmas yet, but some of the shops were. So I have a few videos and photos of that. What I like here in Malaysia is no one gets offended by Christmas decorations. They expect that other people are going to have their own customs. A few days after that, I went to check out Pavilion Mall to see what they were doing for Christmas. And oh my gosh, was it beautiful. You can see here, it's just stunning. They have this train, well, it doesn't move, but a train around the whole atrium. And the theme, I'm not sure what the theme was, but it is beautiful, as you can tell. I like the more white look. As you can see from my tree, I like silver and white and that sort of look. Plus, it's more cooling than red in this hot tropical climate, right? So, a while later, I went back to KLCC and see what they were doing. Honestly, I was disappointed in theirs this year. Now, if you're a kid, I'm sure you're going to be into it because it's real Santa-oriented. Santa Workshop is the theme. But it's just sort of a little bit like gingerbread houses, and I don't know, it just didn't seem glamorous to me. And I like really glamorous Christmas decorations. What about you? But you can see here, it really was beautiful nonetheless. Well, this has been just a tiny sample of the wonderful decorations that you can expect in Malaysia for Christmas. All the malls do it, but KL's a big city, hard to get around, and I couldn't get to all the malls to check it out. Sorry. But I hope you enjoyed the ones that I did get to show you. It's really beautiful, and it makes me feel at home to have Christmas for the holidays. If you're thinking of retiring in Malaysia, it'll make you feel at home too, I'm sure. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the holiday decorations in Malaysia. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. It really does. Anyway, well, I think that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas or whatever holiday you might celebrate. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.
So